Time now for our focus report, which today comes from Asia. Back in January, Taiwan elected Tsai Ing-wen as its first ever female president. But that result wasn't a total surprise, with women having played an increasingly important role in politics there for decades. Two major parties, including the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, are headed up by women, and 38% of seats in parliament are held by women as well. Our team on the ground have sent this report.
It makes the people of Taiwan proud. This huge tower that dominates the capital, Taipei, is one of the island's most iconic images. But recently, the Taiwanese have found a new symbol, Tsai Ing-wen. The name and face of the new president is displayed on the front of every newspaper. The evening of her election, Zoe Lee took to the streets to cheer. This is the first time a woman has taken over the presidency.
When this time Taiwan has huge possibility to win the election, I want to be there as a witness.
On her computer, she shows us memories of that historic evening.
I feel very... I have to admit that I cry in this moment because I know, it's like a huge victory for me.
The reporter Aline has been covering politics for 10 years. She was out on the streets the night that Tsai Ing-wen won.
The podium was all right over here by those trees over there, and there are lots of people, at least 50,000.
Tsai Ing-wen now lives in the presidential palace in Taipei. But for many people, it was not a surprise to see a woman winning the election. In Taiwan, it's natural to see women in politics. They have been occupying the political space for a long time, thanks to a quota system that has been in place since the 1950s. Today, women account for nearly 40% of the Taiwanese parliament.
In the constitution, it says that it has to be a quarter of women in the politics. So I think since then, people in Taiwan, they're getting more and more used to female faces in the politics. Now they understand that female politicians can speak for them and stand for them.
During the 70s, Taiwan was governed by the military and civil rights were suppressed. Today, tourists still flock to the bronze statue of Chiang Kai-shek, Taiwan's first president. It's likely that few connect his reign with the beginning of Taiwan's feminist movement. That is when Annette Lu became involved in fighting for women's rights.
This picture was taken when I started the feminist movement as early as 1970. Look how young I am. These are taken in the military court, which sentenced me to 12 years imprisonment.
This fight made her one of the most prominent figures of Taiwanese politics. In the year 2000, Annette Lu became vice president of the island, a foundation on which Tsai Ing-wen has built her victory.
When I was elected as the first female vice president, some men still think they don't trust the women in skirt. But now we have the first woman president, Dr. Tsai Ing-wen. She is 12 years younger than me. She even didn't get involved with any women's activities. She took it for granted that women and men were born equal. She's lucky. That means that my movement was so important and so successful.
Annette Lu and then Tsai Ing-wen have shown the way to younger generations. Wu Pei-yi has been involved in politics for 2 years. For the presidential election, she was part of the Democratic Progressive Party team.
When I was a child, I grew up seeing so many female politicians on TV. And now here we are. Taiwan has elected a woman as president for the first time. So naturally, it's very exciting for me. It's very motivating for the future.
Today, the popularity of Tsai Ing-wen is so big that her face appears on local beer bottles. On her side, Wu Pei-yi wants to continue her rise within the ruling party and follow in her leader's footsteps.